At the end of last year, Motorola released the Edge X30, the world's first Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 platform smartphone. It is one of the cheapest models powered by the flagship chipsets. Even compared to Xiaomi 12 series, it's still very competitive over pricing. But surprisingly, Motorola didn't continue the tradition of debuting the latest flagship chip, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. A month after their rivals launched their flagship phones with the 8 Plus Gen 1, Motorola finally brought us the new Moto X30 Pro, which just got released as a Motorola Edge 30 Ultra in Europe. And today, let's do an unboxing and quick review about the phone. To be honest, when I first saw this X30 Pro for the first time, I couldn't believe that it comes from Motorola. This pure white back cover with the matte finish looks like a piece of ice cream. There's no extra detail on it, and I really like this minimalist design. Moto even did some special texture processing with the logo so that it's just visually hidden on the back cover from multiple angles. You might only be able to see the logo at certain angles and in certain light. So at first glance, I got immediately impressed by the whole white back design. I even imagined that it could be hard to find the phone if the camera module just happens to be covered in snow. Compared to other flagship phones, the Moto X30 Pro has a more compact and refined camera module, which reminds me of some Vivo's flagship phones last few years, such as the Vivo X30 series. It's nice to see this kind of artistic design back with us, although it's not exactly a novel design. Along with the refined camera module, this time the Motorola X30 Pro more focuses on the phone photography, and we will talk about later. The X30 Pro has a very good control over the body thickness as well as the weight. It weighs less than 200 grams, but if you just look at these numbers, you may think it will be comfortable to hold it in your hand, but unfortunately, although it has an edge curved screen and back cover, the connecting frame is too narrow, a bit sharp, and protrudes a lot from the back cover, so it would be like holding the back of a knife, which is kind of uncomfortable. The X30 Pro comes with a 6.7-inch OLED screen. Motorola still hasn't brought a 2K resolution to their flagship phone, but this screen still looks great with rich detail. It has 10-bit colors and support up to 144Hz refresh rate, which offers smoother touching in a more powerful, efficient way for daily use, and it also has good brightness. There's no problem if you want to use it in the sunlight. In terms of audio experience, the X30 Pro has dual speakers with Dolby Atmos support to provide stereo sound while you watch films or play music. The camera performance is probably one of the biggest selling points of the X30 Pro. For the last 2 years, Moto is a big fan of high-pixel sensors. Probably for the brand, 100 megapixel is way behind the times, so this time they brought the world's highest pixel mobile sensor to the X30 Pro. It has an insane 200 megapixel resolution, 4 times more than the iPhone 14 Pro's main camera. So how much detail can it really capture? In fact, by observing a large number of samples, we found that although we could get clearer detail after turning on ultra-high resolution mode, the gap was not as large as expected. And meanwhile, it brought 2 problems. The first problem is a shutter delay. Obviously, ultra-high resolution mode is only good for shooting still subjects or landscapes with a good mood, as it takes 2 seconds to complete a shot. And the other trouble is the huge photo size that occupies. So I really don't recommend you to buy the standard version with 128GB ROM, or just forget about the high resolution mode. But it still brings some additional benefits, such as the 4-in-1 pixel beaming in daily shooting on the main camera. And under the auto mode, the shutter response is very fast and you can still get good detail with the pixel beaming. So rather than toting an output of the 200 megapixel, it should be advertised as being able to simulate the rich color detail that comes with the pixel beaming. Not surprisingly, the X30 Pro powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 platform has a decent performance output. In benchmarks, it has a similar performance to other Android flagship phones, but don't forget that it has a very compact body design. So I was concerned from the start about the stability under high-performance loads. As expected, the 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme test showed us that it's really not stable, along with the heating issues. So if you like to play those heavy games like Genshin Impact, this phone is not a great option for you. Since the OnePlus returned to the arms of ColorOS, it's really hard to find a brand that offers a similar experience to Google Pixel. But MyUI on this X30 Pro gave me an unexpected surprise by offering a very simple and non-intrusive experience. All your operations are responded to quickly and smoothly. In addition, Motorola also offers a lot of customization options for the pages. You can change the font, home screen layout, and even the icon shape. Or feel tired of the preset app icons, don't you? No problem, there are many third-party icon packs for you to choose from. Another system feature I'd like to show you is gesture shortcuts. You can twist your wrist twice to quickly open the camera, touch and hold the screen with 3 fingertips to capture a screenshot, or double tap the power button to start screen recording. All of these features are very commonly used and it could be easy for most users to get used to. The X30 Pro supports 125 watts of fast charging, which allows it to be fully charged in just 20 minutes. And thankfully, we have the wireless charging on this phone. It supports up to 50 watts of wireless charging and even 10 watts of reverse charging. This certainly puts some of the more expensive phones to shame. You guys can leave those models that come to mind in the comments. Well, that's all about the unboxing and quick review of the Motorola X30 Pro, as known as the Motorola Edge 30 Ultra. As far as we can tell, there is little difference between the international version and the Chinese version. Even the software is very close. If you choose the Chinese version, please make sure that you know how to install Google services yourself, or you can ask your retailer to do it for you. Back to the phone in my hand, I have to say this time they did a good job of showing us what less is more means. A back cover with no special textures and no shining colors is already enough to win over many users, and I even think this look is one of the best in 2022. In terms of photography, I can see that improvement here and the fact that Motorola trying their best. But can someone here tell them that the Sony sensor is always the safer choice, and please stop bringing ultra-high pixels to the phone camera? It really doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't hide the fact that your software is not yet well optimized either. So what do you guys think of the Motorola X30 Pro, and will it be your next phone? Please leave your thought down below. If you like our review videos, please make sure you have subscribed to our channel. Thank you for watching. I'm Will from Genshin China. See you next time.